Good evening, happy Tuesday, welcome to the channel. My name is Ryan, always a pleasure giving you these 6 p.m. videos. Now I was looking at the market today, right? It's marching higher. I was looking at the major indices yesterday on the live stream. We saw that crucial level of support right at that 20-day EMA on most of those major indices, which bounced off of that today. Nice pivot to the upside, especially if you're going to be bullish in the market. So first thing we're going to do, jump into the VectorVest 7 system, take a look at these charts so that way we can keep on the right side of the trend. Now tonight's presentation, I'm going to talk about a proprietary indicator I don't talk about too much, but it's one of my favorite, and that is going to be CI, or Comfort Index. Now, Comfort Index just looks at price growth persistent, the stock's ability to resist lengthy or severe price declines. With the MTI so high, you know, there could be some chop in the market right now. So I want stocks with high CI ratings. Me personally, I call it the Rocky Balboa indicator. How likely is a stock to take a hit, get knocked down, but get back up on its feet and continue the fight to higher highs? So we're going to jump in and see the top 5 stocks in the VectorVest 7 system with the highest CI rating. When I ran the search or the stock viewer, the stocks that came in the list, there were some good picks, some interesting picks, and even a crowd favorite appeared in the list. So let's go ahead and jump in the software, see if there's any trade setups presenting themselves with these positions. As 4th of July approaches and we celebrate our nation's independence, let VectorVest help you with your financial independence. A trial just 99 cents over the next 30 days. Just go to vectorvest.com/YT. The special ends July 7th. First up is going to be the SPY for the S&P 500. You see the momentum to the upside. Now, yesterday on the live stream, this is what we were talking about. The retest off this 20-day EMA. If we would have gotten closes below this 20-day EMA, would have been a little bit more defensive, right? But you can see the optimism in the market. Nice gap up to the upside, actually hitting a brand new 3-month high as of this afternoon. Even the NASDAQ 100 showing some consolidation over the last 2 trading weeks. You see the top of the zone around 535, while the bottom of the zone around 527. Breakout to the upside, and again, retesting that 20-day EMA over the last 2 trading sessions, but the bulls taking charge as of now. And at last, we have the VVC or VectorVest Composite. If you're new to the channel, this is over 9,000 stocks we're tracking. It gives you an overall sense of broad market movements, like combining the Russell, the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, the S&P, the pink sheets, all of it together in one. You can see the same theme here. Nice pivot from that 20-day EMA. Full body candlestick today coming in at 71.87. The prior high here sits at 71.83. So could potentially take that out by this afternoon, showing us more confirmation to the upside. Now we're on the stock viewer part of the program. Here you can see we've got 9,624 stocks in the database. We're only looking at the top 5 right now. And how they're sorted is going to be CI or Comfort Index. See, these are the stocks in the database, almost 10,000 stocks. These are the ones with the highest CI rating. And I mean, look at this. This is actually a pretty interesting list of stocks here. We've got an ETF at the top of the list, going to be ROBN, double leveraged. So if you don't want the volatility of a double leverage ETF, maybe just check out ROBN itself. But otherwise, look at the stock, or the ETF, I should say, up 14% today. So clearly ROBN having a good day here. We got vrna Pharma up 1.5%. PA Biological Tech 3%, Palantir up 1.32%, CRS up 0.5%. So a good group of stocks here. I know a lot of you are familiar with some of these stocks, especially as I am as well. Now, some of these stocks, most of them I should say, overvalued. ETF's going to always equal its value, but if we look at vrna Pharma, Park HA, Palantir, I mean, just compare the price to the valuation. See all 3 of these stocks here greatly overvalued. CRS probably going to be the closest to its valuation here, currently trading at $262. We value the company at $217. And again, this is not a price target. This is just what VectorVest feels the company is currently worth. That is it. Now, if we take a look at fundamentals here, RVRS ratings, not very good. The only one with favorable fundamentals is going to be CRS. So if you're on a more, conservative or prudent aspect of investing, you want to focus more on the company's fundamentals, this is probably the pick here. As far as the technicals here, I mean, all of these are showing a lot of momentum to the upside right now. Buy ratings across the board. And I scroll over to the right and look at the earnings growth rate here, double digits as well. So there's some great attributes for these companies. Now let's jump in the charts and let's take a look and see if the charts are telling us to buy or potentially sell these positions. Now, as far as Robinhood, the ETF here, I mean, price action, the momentum is there. I love that we see a new high as of today. This ETF's only been trading since April, but hey, it was down $15. Now it's just over 40. So you can see Robinhood, the stock itself, is rocking and rolling. And here's a great double leverage ETF if you want to play this momentum to the upside with a little bit more volatility. Here's the first stock. We got vrna, momentum to the upside, moving averages all in our favor here, hitting a brand new 3-month high, 98.78. But again, my only cautionary tale here, the stock is greatly overvalued. Not much life to see here in valuation. Pretty flat, pretty stagnant here. As far as the forecasted data, the earnings is great. Growth rate earnings on the rise, earnings per share on the rise, but the sales growth rate coming in at a negative 100, that's going to be the red flag for me. Here's PHH. You can see a lot of consolidation here. If I just use some horizontal lines, we can see the consolidation, quite a bit of channel here, breakout to the upside, full-bodied candlesticks over the last few trading sessions. So if you want another momentum play to have on your radar, this is a great one. Buy recommendations from the VectorVest 7 software. But again, valuation flatline, greatly overvalued. Forecasted data on the decline, sales growth rate coming in at 41%, earnings growth rate 19%. I don't like they're dropping over the last 3 months. So I treat this one just like a momentum play. And everyone knows Palantir. You can see it has some consolidation here from about 118 up to about 134, breaking out to the upside of that. Not seeing a whole lot of life or momentum to the upside here, but we do have a buy rating, moving averages in our favor for the bulls right now. So if you're holding Palantir, I'd get a little bit more concerned if price action were to drop below 134, being my level support right now. But again, same old tale here. Valuation flat. Company greatly overvalued. But the forecasted data, much better here. All on the rise over the last 3 months. Growth rate and earnings, 25%. Sales growth rate, 39%. I can see exactly why Palantir is on a lot of people's radars right now. Last stock on the list here, CRS, Carpenter Technology Group. Price action on the rise. But look at the valuation. Even though it's overvalued, value has been rising over the last 3 months. Trying to keep up with price action itself. We can see the bulls keeping price above that 20-day EMA. So that's going to be my stop right now. Growth rate and earnings on the rise. Earnings per share on the rise. Sales growth rate did falter. It only sits at 6%. So I'm a little concerned about that as far as a long-term buy and hold strategy. But hey, as far as a swing trade here, this looks like a great candidate to have on your shopping list. Now, again, my name is Ryan. Hope these were some good picks for you this evening to continue this momentum to the upside that we're seeing in the market. Now, if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so that way I can keep you updated going forward. Now, everybody have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m.